Hello everybody, it's the Farmsim guy here, hope you're all well. We are back today with another new map. This is Bulls Gap, Tennessee by Rich Acres Modding. It's his first map for FS19, and I tell you what, he's pulled off a cracker. So let's jump in and have a look at it. Now you know me, I am a stickler for a map that has character, and he's done a great job here painting some of the detailing. Some of the sheds that he's selected are really nice. Even the hills in the background, the rolling hills, they're just a lovely touch. Already, you know, I've had a little look around this before I started filming, but it's just got character, and I love maps with character. So, just to run through a few of the basics, it's a one-times map, so it's not a huge map. It's seasons ready. As you can see, we're sitting in the middle of winter at the moment, and the trees have no leaves on them, but we'll run through each of the seasons and let you see them. It's a mixture of arable and animal farms, so you've got a choice if you want to look after cows or just do field work. There's a large forestry area as well and a sawmill, so if you fancy a little bit of logging you could get stuck into that. And he also gives a big shout out to DR Modding for some of the sheds and barns on the map, and he's also given a shout out to Mapper's Paradise and good friend of the channel MRG Mapping for the mentoring through the process. And I tell you what, you can tell he's been influenced by some good modders because it's really reflected in the map. So let's have a quick look at the map itself. Some lovely shaped fields there. Like I said, it's a naturally flowing map, not big square fields, which I think a lot of people like. But there are some sensible shaped fields. They're not all over the place, but there's some fun ones as well. Look at field 2 there, that looks good. But there's not a lot on here, which I like. I like maps like this. It's just got one sell point for all your crops, which is no bad thing. You can sell your milk as well, and then you've obviously got a barn to get rid of silage, grass, straw, hay, all of those things as well. So really clean and simple. You know, sometimes with these maps, I think if you're relatively new to FS19, and you're just finding your way, and you don't want to use, you know, the base game maps that come with the original game, and you're just getting your head around modding and installing mods and all of that stuff, a map like this can be utterly brilliant. It kind of gives you a space to have a play around with it without feeling too much, too over the top. You know, you download a big 4 times or 16 times map, you can feel a little bit overwhelmed. But something like this is brilliant. It's just easily manageable with a bit of seasons in there as well, and precision farming. You've got all the tools that will make this a really fun map to play, but also for you know, seasoned players as well, who love just a new map to play on and a new opportunity to try out different things. It's a great map. It's really nice. So anyway, I'm rambling. Let's go and do a little bit of a tour. So back to the map for a second. What we'll do, we'll start the top here at the shop, and we'll drive down the main road where most of the sell points are, and where most of the farms are. We'll have a look at all of these things, and then we'll do a little flyover of some of the fields and things. There is another farm up here which we'll go and have a look at. But other than that, it looks like most things are down this main road through the middle. So let's go to the shop, grab ourselves a truck, and we'll take it from there. So there's a lovely little Case dealership here. Lots of placeables outside, which making it feel like it's got a bit of character and a bit of life. Nice to see that. And a nice big yard there for picking up your new machinery when you buy it, and obviously a shed there to do upgrades, changes, amends, things like that. We've just bought ourselves a rather chunky Ford truck to have a tour around in. So let's head down to the next point, which I do believe is the co-op. Just before we head down there, I'm just going to pan over so you can see some of the fields. Nice wide spaces as well. Not a lot of fences here, so you can avoid getting clattered on stuff. Kind of hoping Courseplay is going to play quite well with this. I've not had a chance to test it yet, but on the surface of it, it's looking positive already. So straight out of the dealership, this is our first place, and this is actually a buy point, not a sell point. Which is a fertilizer buy point here, so you can pick up, I think actually the seed here. Here's your grain drop off point. This is actually the co-op for dropping your grain off, and in here I believe is your fertilizer buy point, so you can pick up your fertilizer from there. Okay, so rather than just assuming what things are, I've gone and bought a tractor and a trailer quickly just to show you exactly what happens here. This is your seed sell point, so there you go, you can purchase your seeds there, which is great. And if I just do a little cheat in the trailer here with some wheat, this is our sell point. You can just pop into here and we can sell any of our crops. So there is the big co-op towers over there, but that isn't where you sell. You sell it here. Okay, I just ran back to the shop there just because it's next door, and I've got a little fertilizer spreader here, so now we should be able to fill up on fertilizer. There we go. So there you go. You can get your fertilizer and your seed from this buy point. Okay, let's go back to the truck. So yes, back over the road here from the other sell point is where you can pick up your lime as well. There are some more silos here and grain bins, but they don't do anything. But that's where you pick up your lime as well. So, nice little sell point there. Lovely big field there in field 15. Nice sized field. A little bit of roadworks going on here. Nice to see. Love a little bit of detail like that. Just watch the bump in the road. Lots of lovely touches like power lines, signposts, things like that. Flags flying as well. There's a lovely little fuel station. You can fuel up your tractors. And here we've got a few buildings. Not much going on there, but lovely detailing as well. A nice old car in the drive. And again, some of the bigger fields here, lovely sized fields. I mean, really big fields actually. Great to see. So let's head down here. We have got our animal buy point. So if you're going to do animals on this farm, this is where you'll pick them up. Again, really small. I love this. Proper rural farming. Feels great. Little things lying around like the old tractor there. And a few rocks in the ground as well. Look at those. Wouldn't want to get those caught in your combine, would you? But lovely. Look, even the weeds growing on the roof. Great touch. Lovely. Okay, just over the road here we've got a couple of houses. Again, a few more things lying around. And this on the left is the barn. So this is if you're selling hay, straw, silage, grass. This is your place to sell it. Nice tipping area there. So that's lovely. Again, I'm digging that style of barn. Really nice. Watch those rocks. Don't want to smash my suspension up. And again, looking over here, look at the lovely expansive fields. I mean, this is a really nice wide open map. You could have some fun on here. You almost wouldn't need to stick to small machinery, just because the fields are a nice size. So let's head along the road a little bit further and see what's coming up next. So just a bit of road access here. Both these roads lead nowhere, but do give you access to some of the fields, some of the far fields. Even though there's just two big fields here, and a load of fields along here. I do believe this is part of our big forestry area actually. So we'll head down there and have a look at that. So here we are. There's a little hut here, but this is a rather dense forestry area. Look at this. There is some money. There's some money in here. Oh boy, there's some money in here. So lovely mixture of trees as well. Some pines and things like that, but also some other big trees as well. And this is big. I mean, just looking at the map here, this is a big space. Look at that. All of this area over here. Big for logging. So definitely worth checking out that bit. That looks like it's got some serious potential. So there you go, that's the forestry area. Actually a nice little space here to dump your forestry equipment as well. Space for a shed or two if you want to build one out before you start cutting trees down, but nice little area there to start working on. So just as we drive here down to our next farm, just stop in there looking at that water tower. Great little water tower there. This is, I believe, the farmhouse for the main farm. So a lovely farmhouse set back from the road there. And a couple of houses here, parked up tractor there. And then over the road here, this is the main farm. And again, just loving the shed work here. Lovely old shed, kind of feels in keeping with it, and the old grain silos there, they look great. A little bit of an auger and a few bits and pieces lying around the farm. Feels like a real farm. Then we've got a lovely myriad of sheds here as well. This one you have to go in the side door here and open it from the inside. Get close enough to it, but there you go. Lovely big sheds. You've got some equipment in here already. Side door as well. And the main door there. And I think the next one. Yep, so there's a dupe of that. So there's two big sheds there. You can get some serious amounts of equipment in there. And then if we head up over here, more shed space. Again, can't be opened, so you would need to find a side door, and there is one. And we can head in here. A couple of tractors stored in here, which is nice. There's our operating spaces for bigger doors. A couple of outside spaces as well for potentially dropping bales or something like that in. And here's our precision farming shed. Like I said, this has got custom soil maps, which we'll have a look at in a minute. But you get your own shed. So, well, there's a bit of machinery in there already, but that's where you could put your little gator and your testing equipment. Little maze header there, hidden in the grass. There's your truck. Another big shed here. I'm assuming there's some more kit in there. Oh yeah, there's the combine and the header. And at the back here, a couple of bins with an auger ready for tipping. And a rather large Joskin trailer. Now let's have a look actually, while we're here, let's have a look at what you do get in Farm Manager mode. So like I said, this feels like a great map if you're just starting out on FS19 and you want to make things not easy for yourself, but get to grips with the game. This is the kit you get when you start in Farm Manager mode. So as well as £1.25 million, a case Puma 185, a 380 CVX, an Optimum 270, so three nice meaty case tractors. There's some decent horsepower in these guys, 288, 435 and 225, so you're going to probably deal with most things with those. A Lizard Warrior for hauling grain, a T560 John Deere combine. Ignore the Ford, and that's what I bought to run around in. You've got a Load King trailer, so a lovely 56,000 litre trailer there. The Joskin that we talked about, so a nice big trailer there, and also an Agriliner, a Kinsey grain cart, your headers for your combine, a nice cultivator, a nice deep ripper plough there. Look at that. A seeder, a planter, a sprayer, a liquid fertilizer, and a dry fertilizer sprayer, and your precision farming shed. So, literally everything you would ever need to get your farm started, which is great. So that is your main farm, and a fantastic farm it is too. Let's head a little bit further down the road and see what else we can look at. So like I said, this is a map that you could run cattle on if you wanted to as well. So of course, if you're going to run cattle, you need somewhere to sell your milk. So that is your milk sell point. Okay, if you follow the road from the milk sell point, you come to the sawmill. And it's a lovely, big, expansive sawmill. So you can get some decent sized trucks in here, decent sized trailers, and run them around here without fear of getting caught or stuck on anything. There's your chipping sell point, and I think over here, if I go right back around it, is your sell point for your wood. So you can dump it there and get it sold. So there you go, sawmill, rather nice. Now there are some grain towers over there, but I'm not sure what they're for. I think they're just placeables, because there isn't anything out there. And just to make sure, just so you don't miss out on anything, just to confirm, they are 3 placeables. But again, I quite like stuff like that. Just gives the map a bit of character. Okay, let's jump back in the truck. Okay, just checking on the main map where we are. So we have started the shop. There's your main grain sell point, your fertilizer and your seed buy point, your lime buy point, the fuel station that we drove past, your animal buy point here, and your barn for selling your straw or your hay, grass, whatever. Down here, this is your main farmhouse here. A couple of buildings here. And the main farm is here, all the buildings here. And at the back here is your farm silos for your bins. Your milk sell point here, and here's your sawmill, where we are at the moment. So there's a couple of other things I'm just going to have a look at. I'm interested to see what this is here. I don't know what's there at the moment, so we're going to have a look at that. And I do want to go up and have a look at what's up here. This looks interesting as well. So we'll have a chance to look at some of the fields on the way as well, and a little bit of the scenery. First of all, let's head to here between 2 and 6, and then let's head up to this area up here. So here we are, just heading along the road to that first area that we talked about, and it looks like it's another little farm. Actually, it's not. It's just some bins and some placeables. I don't think there's anything here usable, but it's nice to know you've got some neighbours. And of course, you could buy that if you wanted, do something with it. But again, just adds character to the map, and you know me, I'm big on character. You can see the size of the fields again, so again, lovely big fields. So we said we'd look at this little area up in the kind of top corner of the map. Again, there's not a lot going on here that you would use for gaming, other than just some nice placeables, other people's farms, which is lovely to see. Now here, again, I think this is going to be just an area that we can look at and potentially buy this. Let's have a look. This looks like the most complete place. Nah, this is an animal farm. Here's our animal farm. Now I'd forgotten that we actually hadn't seen the animal farm yet, so this is nice. Look at this. Silage area, large shed there, which is great. Again, bale storage over here, silo, a workshop. This is a great little farm. Water tower there, again, rustic feeling and looking, feels in keeping. And some more sheds here for your vehicles. Very nice indeed. And you're right next to your farmland too. You can just cut through the trees and dive into your cornfield. Lovely fences as well, so this is where you would fill up your animals. This is really nice. Really nice. So, there you go, look at the weather vane going as well. Nice touch. And look, there we go, another precision farming shed. So you've got it covered at both farms, depending on which one you buy. So just looking at the lands here, so what you can buy. So obviously there's the animal farm, and it gives you a couple of fields with it as well. At a value of 826,000. And again, like I said before, oh, you actually get field 16 down there as well. That's interesting. All the way over there. That's a nice touch. The main farm here, you get fields 1 and 3 straight away with that. Actually, that's interesting. You could buy the main farm with field 3, but if you just want the farmhouse, you get fields 2, 4 and 5. But I guess you could utilise some of that green space there to actually build some farm buildings. So if you want to do something a bit different there, that'd be quite nice. You can buy that bit of land there where we saw the little 3 grain bins, and that gives you, again, more land around the sawmill as well. Decent prices as well. Field 7, 500,000. So again, even within that £1.25 million you get in farm manager mode, that's a manageable field. You can buy that without breaking the bank. Field 19, now that's punchy. There you go, 1.1 mil. But you could work up to that. Field 14, 338. There's a nice balance of fields in here for decent money. There you go. Field 8, 69,000. So lots of potential. Lots of potential for this. It's a really nice little map. I'm really, really impressed with it. So one last thing I did say I would show you. Rich Acres Modding has put in a custom soil map for precision farming for this. So what we'll do is I will uncover the entire map just so you can see it and get a feel for it, rather than going around and taking a load of samples and taking ages. I'll just uncover everything just so you've seen it. So there you go. That's a nice little soil map there, custom soil map, showing you what's in each of the fields. On top of everything else, you get to play with precision farming that's bespoke to this map as well, which is a lovely touch. Just to touch on it as well, it's contracts ready. So as well as just farming your own farm, you can get stuck in and do some contracts for your neighbours as well. So there you go. Bulls Gap, Tennessee by Rich Acres Modding. I think it's a lovely little map. Really, really nice. Jump in, get it downloaded, have a play with it. I'll put all the links in the description below. Make sure you go and follow Rich Acres Modding on Facebook as well. He's just starting out. Send him some love from the Farmsim community. So from me, the Farmsim guy, I think that's it for now. Thanks for checking this out, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye for now.
I cannot go wrong. God, I'm praying I'm not alone in this air of hope. 'Cause I'm in love, you're a star burning bright in my heart. We're going away, get your bag, check the tag. Decision is made, lock your door, need no more. It's already paid, cancel your mail for a while. It's a journey for life and I'm your ride. Hang on, we'll be long gone. Hang on, I cannot go wrong. We're going away, get you back, check the tag. Journey